seems another boatload of fragrances are about to drop, and I'm going to report on them with you today in this video. So if you're always curious to learn about which fragrances are coming out soon, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian. Yeah, today I'm talking about some new fragrances, 19 of them. A boatload of them are dropping very soon. There are 3 fragrances from 2 different houses that I'm going to report on. Fairly well-known houses, one very well-known one. I'm slowly starting to talk about them, and they've been around since 2015, a smaller, more underrated niche house. But lots of fragrances from designers and niche world as well. I generally grab the information from various databases online, and also I am subscribed to various news feeds that report on new fragrances launching. But today I got all the information from ifragranceofficial.com. I don't know if you guys have ever gone to that website. They basically list a lot of press releases for new fragrances launching, so I have a link in the info box. But I got the information for these fragrances from their website. Either way, I'll let you know about the fragrances. Before I do though, if this is your first time tuning into my channel and you haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button below, and also click the bell so that you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. So which fragrances are you guys waiting for? Have you heard of a new fragrance that's coming out that sounds exciting to you? Do let me know, put a comment down. But we're going to start off with Diptyque's OPSIS. It is a new fragrance from this house in the beautiful bottle that's similar to Orilla. I thought Orilla was a limited edition fragrance when I bought it at Diptyque in San Francisco here, but now I see it's still selling. They said it was limited edition, it was going to sell out. I thought it was sold out already, but either way, OPSIS is coming out. It's a similar bottle, but I believe it's already launched in Europe. I saw it at Harrods, and it features notes of iris, olibanum, bergamot, and musk. So a powdery, smoky, fresh, musky fragrance experience. Sounds very interesting. They've been doing quite a bit of powdery fragrances lately. They had Fleur de Peau, and then now we have OPSIS. So we shall see how OPSIS is. Have you guys tried it yet? I reported on this next fragrance on a separate video. I probably was the first to report on it as soon as I found out from a Estee Lauder exec here in San Francisco. I did a video, Noir Extreme Parfum from the House of Tom Ford. Should be landing very soon. It's a spicy, woody fragrance. It features notes of cardamom, amber, tonka, ginger, spices, and Guaiac wood. I'm very, very excited about this one. Noir Extreme is the most popular noir fragrance from Tom Ford in the men's collection, not Noir de Noir or anything like that. So this should be very, very exciting and very popular, I'm assuming. Are you guys looking forward to this? If you want to find out more about this, go catch my video on this, and then also I did an updated video, well, not an updated video, I did a video on how Tom Ford fragrances are really, really expensive now. Go find out about that too. Just search for Tom Ford on my channel and you'll find the new videos. Next, Chanel has a new women's fragrance, a flanker to, I think this is the 3rd version of Gabrielle. It's the Parfum version. I like the first one. I don't really care for it, but always loved digging into Parfum versions of fragrances. And this one sounds quite nice. It's a floral bouquet of tuberose, orange blossom, jasmine, ylang-ylang, with, you know, warm notes of vanilla and sandalwood, some kind of a woodiness. I'm hoping that sandalwood is creamy sandalwood, and I think it'll blend very beautifully. It should be fairly cozy. So I'm willing to check out this particular fragrance. Are you a fan of the original? Do let me know. This next house, I'm really looking forward to dig into them. I've seen their fragrances and I've experienced them in many places like Harrods, Selfridges, at Javoy in Paris. But now they have a distributor here in the States. It's THAMEEN, and this is The Rose. It's a fragrance called The Rose. Can't go wrong with the rose fragrance. I always love them, and I'm curious to smell this one. It has notes of Ambrox, Super, Rose, Patchouli, Vetiver, Geranium, Cedar, Saffron, Osmanthus, and Bergamot. Is it a chypre style? Who knows? Are you a fan of THAMEEN? I think they're known for fairly strong fragrances, and now that they have a distributor here in the States, I am definitely looking forward to digging into these fragrances because they'll be available at stores nearby. The reason I have shied away from this brand is because I don't get to, you know, for me, the way to fall in love with fragrances, if I'm not like, you know, wowed by something really fast, is to keep going back to it. Otherwise, sometimes I smell things and it's like, whoa, that's an amazing fragrance, I gotta buy it. And that's kind of a reaction I instantly buy. But these fragrances seem like I've smelled before, so that's why I haven't really jumped into them. But now that they have a distributor, I can go back to them and see if I fall in love with them, so I can experience myself with the brand. So we'll see what happens with THAMEEN, but the rose sounds great. Moving on to ACQUA di Parma, Magnolia Infinita. So stay tuned for an ACQUA di Parma themed video. I just shot a list of fragrances from this house, ACQUA di Parma, but this could have ended up on that list. I'm not going to say the name of the video. It seems like a fresh fragrance, and they're known for a lot of fresh fragrances, obviously, because they launched with an eau de cologne back in 1916 that still smells great today. And I'm a fan of magnolias. I think they're one of the most beautiful, beautiful flowers, and they grow on these most gigantic, beautiful trees. Sometimes they are infested with rats. I can see rats running around them, and mice as well. But those flowers are amazing. I absolutely love the way they smell. In the heat of the summer, they have a little, you know, floral, lemony kind of a smell to them. That's actually really, really perfect. But Magnolia Infinita features notes of orange, magnolia, bergamot, lemon, ylang-ylang, rose, jasmine, sambac, patchouli, and musk. Can't go wrong with Magnolia. Absolutely love this flower, and not a very strong smell though. You gotta be sure about that. But done in fragrances, I think they turn out really, really great. Like, they have a coziness about them, and the fact that they're not really strong, pungent floral smells, there's something relaxing about magnolia flowers. So we'll see how that goes. So Zoologist Perfumes has a new fragrance coming out, but before I get to this new fragrance, have you caught my review for Sacred Scarab? It's up now, you can go catch it. But they have another animal themed fragrance. Obviously all their fragrances are animal themed. It's Cockatiel. This one's a bird. I'm always curious to see what they do with the animals in this house, and always, you know, just curious to smell what kind of, you know, execution they do with the fragrances after each animal. That's why I'm always curious to sample the fragrances. And Cockatiel sounds like a really cool bird to have a fragrance inspired around it. But it features notes of rhubarb, mimosa, musk, powdery notes, raspberry, Guaiac wood, patchouli, cashmere, and vanilla, and champagne. Champagne, something fizzy, bubbly. Mimosa always has a very, well, mimosa, champagne, I'm thinking of like, you know, the cocktail, but this mimosa is the flower, not the actual cocktail. But always has a kind of an almondy, baby powdery kind of an experience, and very, you know, very powdery. Obviously this also has powdery notes, so we're looking at a very powdery experience. So I'm curious to smell Cockatiel. Are you guys familiar with the Zoologist Perfumes, and does the Cockatiel sound great to you? Moving on to the house of Burberry, there's Hero Eau de Parfum. Now, Hero was a pleasant fragrance. It wasn't anything wow. Definitely a great designer men's woody fragrance. The Parfum, the Eau de Parfum, I should say, it sounds even better with the pine needles. I can't wait for this one. Really, really great sounding. I'm not, you know, I'm not holding my breath. It's a designer after all, but it sounds great with the notes. It's pine needles, Olibanum, Atlas cedar, Himalayan cedar, Virginia cedar. It's a cedar overdose, right? So it's very, very woody with a little bit of a smoky resin thing happening with the Olibanum. We'll look forward to it, but are you guys excited for this one, and are you a fan of the original? So Hugo Boss Bottled Parfum. This one's even more exciting to me because I wore the original Boss Bottled back in the late 90s. This fragrance has been around since then, and they're cranking out the flankers over and over again. But I'm always up for a Parfum version. This seems like it's completely gone away from what the original smells like, the spicy kind of vanillic apple cinnamon kind of a thing. There's different notes in this one. It's mandarin orange, fig tree, orris, leather, olibanum, cedar. Anique Minardo is still attached to it. She created the original, so I'm really, really looking forward to this. Plus the bottle looks really, really great. So we'll see how it is. I hope it's great. We'll see. But this next one I also wore in the very early 90s, probably around 1990. It's Calvin Klein's Eternity, but we've got a Parfum version coming out soon. Like I said, I'm always looking forward to a Parfum version. Can't wait for this one. The original was such a... It had a lot of meaning for me because I wore it. It was very young, and you know, I was really digging into fragrances and appreciating and always wanting to wear them. So it has a lot of meaning to me. So this Parfum version also sounds like it's going to be great. We'll see. Again, I'm not holding my breath, but it's lavender, rum, cedarwood, patchouli, vanilla, spearmint. Who's excited for this one? Let me know. Are you a fan of the current version of Eternity? The current version of Eternity boring. It's gone really, really badly reformulated. But this Parfum version hopefully will make, you know, will kind of like get me excited for eternity again. Next, another feminine targeted release. It's Gucci Flora Gorgeous Jasmine. They had the Gardenia version. Now we've got the Jasmine version. This is always great. I love these bottles. They're gorgeous, gorgeous bottles. This features notes of Spanish Jasmine, Mandarin Blossom, Magnolia. Is it created by Alberto Morillas once again? These fragrances are great. The gorgeous Gardenia is just beautiful. Really, really beautiful fragrance. So I'm hoping this Jasmine one is going to be great as well. Bottle, as always, looks just beautiful. So most likely the fragrance itself is going to turn out great as well. Who's a fan of that particular series of fragrances, the gorgeous Gardenia? Have you tried it? I have a bottle. It's quite nice. Very, very beautiful floral fragrance from a designer. So this next brand is the brand I was talking about, Ex Nihilo. They have 3 new fragrances that I'm reporting on. Definitely featured in ifragranceofficial.com. Go check it out over there. This is Ex Nihilo's Fleur Narcotique in the Extrait de Parfum version. So I've been wanting to buy a bottle of Fleur Narcotique. I hear it's very, very popular. A lot of fans around this particular fragrance. And now they have an Extrait de Parfum coming out. So hopefully I'll have to buy both of them and do a comparison video. Who's a fan of this particular fragrance? Apparently it's created by Quentin Biche. Is it kind of like Delina? I'm not sure. I haven't smelled it. As soon as I saw his name and also lychee fruit attached to it, I'm like, is it another Delina-esque fragrance? I don't know. I don't remember smelling it, although I probably did smell it and I just don't remember it. But it's lychee fruit, bergamot, jasmine, freesia, peony, sandalwood, osmanthus, moss, musk, orange blossom. Always up for the Parfum or the Extrait de Parfum version of fragrances, so I'm curious about this one. The next one from Ex Nihilo is Outcast Blue in the Extrait de Parfum concentration. Once again, I have not smelled this one. I don't remember it, and it must be very popular for them to create an Extrait de Parfum concentration. Tobacco, sandalwood, vetiver, moss, oud, saffron, black pepper, lily of the valley. So the first one, Fleur Narcotique Extrait, is definitely feminine leaning. This one sounds like it's definitely masculine leaning with the notes. It's got the masculine notes. Even though it features lily of the valley, it's probably very, very minute amounts of it because everything else sounds like it's going to smell very masculine with the tobacco, sandalwood, vetiver, oak moss, oud, saffron. Sounds great. I'm excited for both of these Extrait de Parfum fragrances, and they have one new fragrance in the regular collection in EDP concentration called Speed Legends. I love that name for some reason. I don't know why. They have some really fun names here at this house. Vetiver, Tonka beans, ambery woods, blackcurrant, bergamot, and sage. This one also seems like it's going masculine. We shall see. Are you a fan of Ex Nihilo? Not a very hyped house. Who's a fan? Let me know. And what are your favorite fragrances? I did bring back a fragrance from Ex Nihilo from Europe. It was a limited edition release, a very tropical fragrance that I fell in love with. Can't wait to wear it next week, or is it this week by the time this video airs. Either way, moving on to Ramon Monegal, it's Hazy Rose, and yeah, another underrated niche house. We shall see. Maybe somebody might hype this brand up, but I'm excited for Hazy Rose. I reported on another fragrance last video I did like this. I can't remember the name exactly, but it was a musk fragrance. So this one features notes of damask rose, oak moss, saffron, musk, benzoin, cedar, pink pepper, cashmere, and ginger. Does this one sound exciting to you guys? Do let me know. Put a comment down. Moving on to the House of Memo Paris. Once again, another underrated niche house. Who's a fan of Memo Paris? This one's called Fleurs Bohèmes Madurai. Very kind of like India-themed fragrance. Always like these kind of fragrances because you know that they're gonna go spicy. You know, I like these spicy fragrances, love spices. This one features notes of jasmine sambac, Indian and Egyptian jasmine, sandalwood, peach, tuberose, clary sage, marigold, turmeric, suede, and bergamot. So it seems like it's going to be a white floral bomb. Makes sense. Jasmine, tuberose, you know, from India, totally makes sense. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. I like white flowers. Definitely, they wear great in the heat for some reason. This one sounds very spicy though, but we shall see. Anyway, who's a fan of Memo Paris? And does this one sound great to you? Do put a comment down so I can find out. So I'm not the biggest fan of Coach fragrances, but they did launch a couple of feminine releases recently that I liked, so I'm reporting on this one as well. It's for men. Coach Open Road. I'm not holding my breath on this one. It seems to it sounds like it's going to go completely very mass, which is fine, but I'm always willing to put my nose on it and to smell it and see how it is. Cedarwood, patchouli, vetiver, clary sage, lavender, Sichuan pepper, lemon, and apple. So I think Coach is under Interparfums as a group that has brands like Van Cleef & Arpels. I believe Dunhill is under Interparfums as well, and Coach is under them. There might be a few other brands as well. But who's a fan of Coach fragrances, and are you looking forward to Open Road from Coach? And finally, we've got Guerlain with 3 L'Art et la Métier fragrances. Very interesting names, all oud focused. First one, Cherry Oud. Who's excited about Cherry Oud? I'm not sure about this fragrance. It sounds, I don't know. Is cherry a hot new note? Thanks to Tom Ford with Lost Cherry from several years ago, now we've got Cherry Oud coming from Guerlain. We shall see. But it is oud, cherry accord, Turkish rose, Bulgarian rose, cardamom, and cinnamon. Cinnamon with cherries? Rose and cinnamon, yes, fine. I don't know, we'll see how it is. It's a fruity, oudy thing. The next one is Oud Nude. Great name for this one. I'm not sure about this one though. Is it like a skin scent kind of an oud fragrance? I don't know. Maybe it is, because the word nude sounds like it's going to be kind of, you know, bare and soft and things like that. But anyway, it's sandalwood, oud vanilla, raspberry accord, atlas cedar, almond, and cumin. Cumin, yes. Cumin is always exciting for me, so it sounds like it's going to be a skin scent with a little, maybe it's a musky, inspired by skin, a sweaty skin kind of a thing. Who knows? We shall see. I'm excited for these 3 fragrances though. But the last one is Cole, or Oud Cole. Cole? I think it's K-H. Cole, I'm going to say Cole, but it's probably like Cole. And it features notes of oud wood, leather, praline, aldehydes. This one sounds like it's going to be the most Middle Eastern style, probably also animalic. Yeah, it sounds interesting, like the aldehydes, praline, together with the oud wood and the leather. Who knows? It might be good. It might be bad. I'm curious to smell them. I think Guerlain does better fragrances of their more expensive collection. You know, like I recently reported on the L'Instinct, Habit Rouge L'Instinct, which I didn't care for whatsoever. It was kind of a very disappointing fragrance. But these 3 sounds really, really exciting for me. Anyway, those are all the fragrances I'm going to talk to you about today. What are your thoughts on these fragrances? Do let me know, put a comment down. And then don't forget to visit ifragranceofficial.com. That's where I got all the information for these fragrances. I'll always go there and you know, see what fragrances are launching soon and to report back. I like doing these videos on new fragrances. It excites me even more, even though, you know, I get excited about new fragrances launching, and when I'm reporting it to you guys, it makes me even more excited for the fragrances. But it seems lately there's been a lot more fragrances launching than before, or is it because it seems like a lot because I'm reporting on them? Who knows? We shall see. But anyway, I hope you guys check out these fragrances, and as soon as I end up getting them, I will report to you guys about them. But if you have any questions or comments, please do list below. Please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.